Good afternoon, beloved YouTube followers. I will talk today about forgivenesses. No forgivenesses, no peace. Forgive your brother or sister from your heart. Matthew 18:35. From Gospel of 24th Sunday in Ordinary Time, September 13th. This year and last year is proven to be very difficult. World events have continued to develop a rolling ball with the publication and schedule of the time. Being said, we have no doubt that we need to continue the life without anger and to forgive and to forget. Anger of the streets, long feasting in just boiling over the protests of our times in the line of violence and civil disorder, such as the story of summer of 2020 so far. Brother turned against brother in fabric of society, increasingly twisted and torn near the irrevocable breakage. Meanwhile, the Lord's word coming from Matthew 18 are stark to uncompromising. Peter asked, "How often I might forgive?" I must forgive 70 times 7. Gospel according to Matthew 18:21. 70 times 7. Matthew 18:22. And Lord answers, a symbolic number can nothing without time, can be counted without count. The parable of servant who would not forgive plenty debt after immense debt has been forgiven brings to fine point. He have been forgiven, so must forgive. If we do not forgive, or debts remaining unforgiven. It is not my place, nor I intend to do that. But we, as Christians, as priests, lay people, we must forgive to everyone, otherwise we will not have peace. How can we have peace if we don't forgive? Here in North America, Canada, or anywhere, those are terrible words, to forgive to everyone. How can we forgive? But being a Christians and holding a Holy Bible in hands, we must do that. I need to talk about forgivenesses because every one of us is a sinner. And everyone asks for forgiveness. If we don't ask for forgivenesses, we cannot forgive. And how can we forgive if we are not sinners? No justice, no peace. So it comes slogan of our day. I do not know the answer of big social questions confronting us, but justice is how to obtain justice, and justice cannot be obtained without forgivenesses. So is really anyone who has a peace and does not forgive? Of course not. Does really exist anyone, not for me, not for you, but anyone who will forgive and not forget? Those words are connected. If we forgive, we need to forget at the same time. Well, we all want justice. We want justice to see the world in our life punished, to everyone to pay his price, that they stop do what they did. But we are not one who will do that justice. There is God. By all this, obviously, we are weak, and justice is attribute only of God, and it lives in our hearts because we are made from His image. Justice is a noble and beautiful thing, but human justice is not God's justice. Flawed, we want all to have a clean table, cloth, using beautiful, have served beautiful food, not on dirt. We cannot clean table with a dirty cloth. Justice cannot be administrated in perfection of a just people. And my beloved YouTube followers and brothers and sisters, reading this article of justice is being just. And justice is indeed product of peace, a perfect justice. But where we get the perfect justice? The flow of human justice, which seem from the flow of human character, it comes to the sin we all have, and goes and degrades us. It goes as retribution and payback. And these things are not just. Let us not lead in peace at all. I am really thinking about problems of our society and community of our nation. I'm thinking about our life, about my life, about everyone's life. It is easy to get revenge, to retaliate, than to forgive. It's easy to be evil than to be good. But we have a Lord, so we want to be different. As so, Lord, tell us God's answer: forgivenesses. No forgivenesses, no peace. No forgivenesses, no life, actually. Forgivenesses is constant. Forgivenesses is unconditional. Forgivenesses is from heart. This is a deep and indescribable font of peace in human heart. We tend to get confused at this point. If we forgive from whole heart, we are forgiving completely. If we don't forgive completely, we did not forgive. So therefore, let us not forgive partially. I'm going to deny my pain. I'm going to deny my abuse. I'm going to pretend that everything is fine. That's not forgivenesses. Forgivenesses is to open up and to talk about problems and to try to solve them. Forgiveness is deep and radical choice to forswear vengeance and forswear my own plan of justice. It is really retribution, to return blessing for coarse love and hate, compassion and care, cruelty and coldness, to sincere desire to return to God, that is all my life, in all hearts, utterly cleansed of hatred, bitterness and evil. Forgiveness is a grace of God which makes possible it's in a cleaning in a dirty cloth and our minds of hearts, so that we may see how to bring healing and yes, justice and peace into world and whatever extent it's given to us. It is sense to call all work forgivenesses and actually to precondition that make it possible to work of justice of our troubled world. This seems paradoxical. We are used to opposing justice and mercy of thinking, and we have to choose between the two. Either we are holding people accountable and enforcing to just response to bad actions, or we are waving it aside a great and personal clemency. In the truth of interior choice to forgive those who have wronged us, whether in the level of personal life or a larger in a larger social or political dynamics, clears the way for true justice to flourish. No longer seeker of revenge, no longer our heart those who will hurt those who hurt us, and we can see more freely how love and truth can both be restored this hunting world in and we ourselves are in that time. This time is not different than other times, only we can change, and we will see changes in us. When we forgive, we will have peace. It starts on our level of our personal lives, those who have hurt us, those who have hurt you. But from there, And I would say the only from there it reaches out and encompasses the life of nations and people, society, and urgent need to reform and renewal. In the true mercy and forgivenesses from heart are not the hearts and souls of us, and we seek justice in the forum that and the end of substitute of injustice for old, new, evil in place of the old. So let's take on then. Forgive who you need to forgive, and pay the debt forgiveness to flourish all human hearts, that all world may be made truly new in the light of love and mercy coming from God, and living among men and women who have chosen to allow the mercy to cleanse our hearts of hatred and bitterness and evil desire of revenge. Let us bless the Lord, and let us bless one another in truth. Amen. May God bless you. Amen.